What is Upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GxGamerCast. We're on episode 197 of my little gaming show where once a week I just has to talk about video games. Whether new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter. Video games. And today we are taking a look at some sequels. We're going to do a little sequel series here. I don't really know why. I just decided to do sequels. No real reason for it. There's just a lot of sequels out there. And I wanted to do a little series on the best sequels. I have a little rule on this episode's list, and that rule is we're not doing any generational jumps. So that meaning no sequels that were from PS1 to PS2, PS2 to PS3, Xbox to Xbox 360, etc. So we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing strictly on the same console sequels here. So we're going to stick with that. I have another list already made up of games with generational jumps that was substantially easier to do, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit, so I did this little, I don't even know why I did it, I just did for some reason, because I thought it'd be too easy, which I was right. It is very easy to make a list of best sequels, because like I said, there's so many freaking sequels out there, especially nowadays, where we're kind of lacking in originality. There's a lot more sequels coming out, less new IP coming out. I think, honestly, your best timing for that, where you're getting consistently new IP, but also getting sequels, is the PS2. I think right there on that console alone, you got numerous generational, or not generational jumps, but you have numerous sequels on the same console. Let me talk like, the Jack series, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, they got a ton of sequels on the PlayStation 2, and they were new IP at the time as well. So I think you got best of both worlds in on the PS2, because development times, I think that was just kind of the perfect world at that time. Is like games now just take too many years to make. Like we're talking well over 5 years to make a video game now, and back then on PS2 you could probably, in 5 years, you're probably putting out 5, 6, 7 games. Like look at Rockstar, for example. Them alone have had the most drastic drop off I have ever seen in a company making video games. They went from making anywhere from 3 to 4 a year to making one a decade. Like it's quite something. It's remarkable. It's truly remarkable. But before we get into the conversation of sequels, let me discuss what I've been up to over the last week or so. As I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener, let me know what y'all have been up to over the last whatever amount of time. It is officially summer now. Well, it's been summer for a little bit, but now we're officially in summer, so hit me up with your favorite summer games. What's a really good summer movie? Like, what's a classic summer movie? For me, my heart just always goes to Back to the Future, even though I know it takes place during school, and I think it's more of a fall type situation, but I don't know why, I think of that movie as a special movie to me. That's just fucking love Back to the Future. One of my top 3 favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future 1 and 2. So there we go. What was I talking about? Oh, wait. So what have I been watching? Also, I want to know about your summer movies and summer TV shows. Why not? I don't know if there's really much out there for summer TV shows, but let me know. I don't even care, non-video game related, let me know what you do in the summer. Do you jet ski? Do you swim? What do you do? What do you do in the summer? I'm looking for some ideas. Me personally, I like camping. I'm a big camping guy. I love to camp. Fishing as well. I do enjoy a good fish, but I do not get to go out fishing anywhere near as much as I should be, considering how much I like it. But yeah, maybe I should get in some more fishing this year. Less video games, more fishing. All right. So in terms of what I've been watching this week, are these movies? I think it's a movie. I think it was a movie. It's called The Crash. It's a documentary on Netflix, one of the new ones out there, and quite good, actually. I actually quite enjoyed this one. The whole theme of this one is there was obviously a car crash happened, and there's definitely some red flags around this whole crash, this whole situation, the driver, the occupants of the car. There's definitely a stink on this situation. It's a very sad story. But yes, that is essentially the rub of the movie, is that there was a car crash, and there's just a lot of funk around it, and they do some investigations, and we're there for it. We're learning with them. Well, not really. They already know the stuff, but bring up some very compelling arguments, and it was really good. I was quite into this one. I got engaged with this one right here. I did quite enjoy it. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 that is streaming on Netflix right now. We also watched and polished off The Boys season 5, and that's it. She's done. The Boys is over. And so what did I think of the finale? It was fine. It was pretty good. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. Like, I was definitely dozing off quite a few points throughout this season. I was just not all the way engaged with it. The character of is his name Joker? I don't think so. The friggin' weird limey guy or whatever, Australian dude. Really don't like that character. Just haven't really liked that character for a long time in the show. All he does is smirk and just not a very... I don't know. He wasn't for me. Not my favorite. I just wish he would stop smirking all the time. Like, that's his only emotion that he could ever portray, no matter what the situation is. It's just a big, goofy smirk. And I'm like, I don't know. It takes me out. So I didn't really like him. But Huey was great. Starlight was great. Fucking the Deep, dude. Like, the Deep might be the best character on that show. I'm light spoilers, but I'm happy that he was able to ride out the show and last as long as possible, because he was probably my favorite superhero, like side superhero, I guess, aside from the main characters and shit like that. But he was awesome. Really enjoyed him. In terms of the finale, like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything here, obviously, but is it worth your time? Is it worth the investment if you haven't watched The Boys yet? Absolutely. I think it is absolutely one of my more favored shows that I've seen over the last 5 years. It's really good, high quality. It does drop off, I find. Like, I don't know if season 1 is necessarily the peak, but that was the most peak of my interest. That's kind of how it goes with me. I'm all there when it's all new, and we're introducing all these new characters and all these twists and everything like that. It was just so refreshing at the time when it came out, The Boys, how it was, there was so much superhero shit going on, and The Boys came around doing a superhero thing, but a completely different spin on it, where they're like, the superheroes are actually like the villains, and you're like, whoa, and it's like, yeah, it was really quite something. I highly enjoyed the show. I think it is worth watching the whole entire thing, the whole franchise, the whole series, all 5 seasons. I think it was really good. The final season was really long. Like, every episode was well over like an hour or more, hour 10, hour 15. Like, you definitely got your money's worth out of that final season. Was that thing the most satisfying? It was pretty good. Now, it's got nothing on Game of Thrones. That fucking Ramsay guy, that is probably the most satisfying kill in all of TV shows for me. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I almost feel like I want to rewatch the final 2 episodes just because I was dozing off a little bit. We were watching it really late at night, and it was pretty close to bedtime, so I was getting the sleepies a little bit. I don't think it was really necessarily the show. I think it was just the timing that I was watching it. I was enjoying it. Like, I thought the story for the final season was pretty good. I enjoyed what they were doing. Just didn't have the pop that other seasons had, you know? It just didn't have those, like, oh, what? Like, when things happen, like, when the crazy stuff happened, we've already seen it before. Like, we've seen bodies explode. We've seen people ripped in half already. Like, they kind of already been there, done that by season 5, so it kind of I'm not going to say it's wearing thin, but it's definitely not as, like, whoa, as it was in, like, the first couple of seasons. But anyway, wrapping it up. Yes, go ahead and watch The Boys if you haven't watched it. Slide in Gen V as well. There's 2 seasons of that show. It didn't connect as much as I wanted it to. There was a connection. There was a scene or two there where you're like, oh, shit. But, yeah, they didn't really do a lot with it. So I was pretty disappointed with that. And, yeah, so other than that, I'd hit it with a 7.5 out of 10. It is the lowest rated season that I have for The Boys. It's still good. Like, that's still really good. 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, but, yeah, it just didn't exactly, it started to wear thin a little bit. All right, we got The Bus up next. This was also on Netflix. Wasn't really feeling this one, you know, I'm not really feeling this. It's just the story wasn't all that interesting. It was a bunch of fucking French soccer players acting like a bunch of babies, and their coach being an even bigger baby. It was just a bunch of babies being babies, and they just so happen to be stinking filthy rich. So it makes it even harder to listen to these guys whine on about, oh, I have a camera in my face, oh, blah, blah. It's like, oh, who gives a shit? Like, you wipe it away with your tens of millions of dollars. Like, oh my goodness. Like, life is so hard. Like, I get it. I've watched tons of these shows where you do see the trials and tribulations of superstars and sports athletes and all that stuff. It's not the easiest life, but at least you have tens and millions of dollars and all that to make it a little bit easier for yourself. But yeah, I wasn't really invested in that one at all. I was kind of like shaking my head and just like rolling my eyes at stuff while watching it because it was just so bleh. And the big the big twist of not even a twist, but the big apex of this series or this little documentary, whatever the hell it is, was some soccer players sitting on a bus and refusing to practice. Like, that's the big thing. And then the media's going crazy. They're like, oh my God, they're sitting on a bus. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And there's 1,000 freaking cameras, and it's the lamest thing. They literally sat on the bus for 20 minutes. It was lame. It was, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd hit it with a 5.5 out of 10. It was pretty mediocre. It just didn't really have anything going for it. I don't know soccer very well, but there's some pretty high-profile soccer players in this documentary. I just didn't give a shit. So there's that. Let's talk video games. All right, we're back to Pokopia. We are back in Pokopia, but we're also, I think I'm done with Pokopia. So I had a little resuscitation, little fucking heartbeat injection right there with Pokopia, where I got determined to finish the Pokedex. And I quickly burnt out on that. There's just some Pokemon that are way too hard to find, way too hard to get. I'm talking about like these armor dudes, and to get the armor from them, you really got to get lucky. Like, you just got to wait around and search around for these like yellow bricks with glowing things, and you got to get the right thing. And I'm like, I've already played for 100 hours and I still haven't hit one. So like, what's the chances of me hitting it now? There's not much meat on the bone. I didn't have many Pokemon left. We're talking maybe a dozen, like not many. I was very, very close. I got all the ones that I thought I could get, and I pretty much just left it to the armor dudes or whatever the fuck is left. That's like pretty much the only one I couldn't get. And some of the fossil ones, like I just don't have the fossils to get them. And again, that's another, like, you just got to go around and hopefully you get one. Like, hopefully you're lucky enough and you get the right fossil. I've already been getting duplicates of numerous fossils, and I haven't gotten the fossils I needed, so I'm not really encouraged to go ahead and keep doing it. There's really just not enough there for me to keep going. So I think I'm pretty done with Pokopia now at this point, but it was fun. I got another like 3 or 4 hours out of the game, picked up a bunch more Pokemon that I was like, you know what, they're doable, I can do this, I can get these items. But I started, Googling a lot of shit, and it just like, nah, dog, it just looked too tough. Now, the homie Kyle did bring up something interesting that you could, now spoiler alert right here, if you aren't in the end game for Pokopia, but there's a spoiler here. So apparently you can get Lugia and Ho-Ho. So they drop the feathers throughout the game. You can pick up the silver feather, the rainbow feather, and apparently you can actually get them. Now, I did what I was told to do. I went to go talk to the 3 legendary birds. They had nothing to say. Apparently they're supposed to give you a recipe for some bell, and the bell can summon them or some shit. I don't know if that's real or not. I haven't actually looked it up. I just tried it, didn't work, nothing happened. So let me know. Can you get Ho-Ho and Lugia in Pokopia? Apparently you can also get some of the other legendaries that you meet throughout the game that apparently you throw another party, homeboy will come down and like join party and join up with you. I'm like, what? So like there's some extra weird shit going on with Pokopia, but if you want to hear my full entire opinions on Pokopia, go back and listen to the previous episode where I answer the question, is it worth buying a Switch 2 for Pokopia? So that is that episode. You can check that one out. All right, so playing more Pokopia. Oh, buddy, Forza Horizon is out now. That is amazing. Been playing some Forza Horizon 6, and it's Horizon, man. It's exactly what I expected it to be. There's not really a lot new aside from the setting. There's not really a lot of new things to the game. There's some little tweaks, a little thing here and there that make it just a little bit more user-friendly, but yeah, it's just more Forza Horizon. Again, not negative, not really a bad thing. It's hard to top perfection. I think the Horizon games are like racing video game perfection. Like it's as close to perfection I think it gets for a racing video game with the Horizon games. I know there's problems with it. My homie Kyle, he is deep deep into Horizon, and he's complaining about the customizations, and they're, not exactly having the options still in terms of customization. Me personally, I'm completely and utterly satisfied with customization because I don't really use it. I don't tune my cars that way. I just download presets that other more talented people have done, so I just do that. But I am enjoying the game. I'm going through it. I got like my 3rd or 4th wristband. I've just taken a little bit of a break from the game right now because I started playing something else. We'll talk about it in a moment. But yeah, I haven't been playing. I played probably 12 hours of Horizon so far. It breaks my heart that I could have been playing it like 3 or 4 days earlier. I didn't know the homie Kyle purchase Horizon. I thought we were just waiting for the Game Pass version to come out, but he bought like the super duper version and all that with all the bells and whistles, and I could have been playing the game like 3-4 days early. I didn't know that. I waited for it to come out on Game Pass. I get on, I'm like, yo, Kyle, let's play. He's like, oh, bro, I'm already level 100 and something. I'm like, what? What the fuck? That's crazy. So, yeah, I've already seen people on the game prestiged. Like, that's just insanity. You must have been playing the game for damn near 24 hours a day to do that. So that's very impressive. But I haven't been playing it that much because I started playing The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Oh shit, dog! I couldn't wait. I couldn't hold it in any longer. That is one of the leading reasons why I bought a Switch 2 was that GameCube library, because I completely missed the GameCube. I've made it very apparent on this podcast. I skipped the GameCube, dog. I didn't like it. I didn't like the controller at the time, and I just kind of skipped everything on GameCube. I've played the GameCube. I just never owned one. Never owned any games. I only had one friend that had it, and he ended up moving away, so I only played a little bit of it, so I don't really have a long history with GameCube, so that's why I'm just in love with the GameCube, and the fact that they put Wind Waker on there, that's like the number one GameCube game I want to play, so I finally dived in, and brother, this game rules. This game is awesome. It is so refreshing to be back in the old style of Zelda games where it's the dungeons, you get the item in the dungeon, and that's like your main puzzle piece to get through that dungeon, get through the boss, rinse and repeat, go to the next dungeon, and it's just, it is delightful. I can't wait to do an episode on Wind Waker. There'll absolutely be an episode on Wind Waker, so we'll be doing that. Maybe that'll be episode 200. I don't know. It might end up being that way. And no, Wind Waker is not the game I originally intended to do for episode 200. It's just looking more and more like I'm not going to be able to fit that game in, and that game is Legend of Dragoon. That's the game I'm talking about. It's a 40-plus hour RPG. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done. I can try, but I've just started Wind Waker. I got Forza Horizon here, and Forza Horizon I really want to take my time with because I'm already familiar with the game. I'm in no rush. I'm just happy it's here. I'm in Japan now. I fucking love the setting. And yeah, so I'm just I'm taking my time with Forza. I'm kind of waiting for Jesse to get back home so I can play it with him. And PC update. I don't have a monitor for it yet, so I got it all set up. I bought myself a nice desk, bought myself a nice gaming chair, which I am sitting in right now. It's pretty comfy, a lot better than the hard stool that I was sitting on prior, but I love that stool. That's a Fender stool that the homie Jesse's dad gave to me, or I stole from him, whoever story you want to believe, but regardless, I am enjoying these games right now. I'm having a good time with Horizon. Going to do a review on that, which is going to be another new game that I played recently. So yeah, I almost feel like I could review Horizon right now because I've already felt like I've essentially seen everything. I could probably pull out a review right now, and I've only played like 12 hours of the game. I feel like I've already seen everything, which is it bad? I don't know, not really. But I do have some gripes with the game, which we will talk about on the Forza Horizon episode. So there we go, everybody. That's everything I've been up to over the last whatever amount of time. Let me know what y'all have been playing. Have you played Wind Waker? Are you still waiting for the HD version to come out on Switch? Because I don't think it's coming, dog. I don't think so. It should have been out years ago, and it's still not here. And they've released, like, Skyward Sword. They did Twilight Princess. It's like, where the fuck is Wind Waker? And I think they're like, well, we did it on Wii U, so that's good enough. No one bought the Wii U. No one, except Billy. But no one bought that system, so, like, it's trapped over there, and everyone wants it on Switch, so I don't know if it's ever going to come out at this point. I would just fucking buckle down, get the Switch 2 and play it on there. Yes, it is not in HD. Yes, it's not widescreen. Kind of sucks, but I'm enjoying it regardless. All right, that's enough rambling about those video games and movies and TV shows. Let's talk about some sequels. Let's do it, baby. Let's talk about some sequels, and we'll do that right now. Wow, we are almost 200 episodes in, and I don't think I've ever used the Dr. Wily's theme music from Mega Man 2, so I had to throw that one in there. If you're curious what that one is, that's Mega Man 2 Dr. Wily theme, so that is what that is right there. So in terms of these sequels, what we're going to do today is we're going to start from the older generation. We're going to kind of work our way up towards a more current generation. I don't even think I have anything from like this absolute current generation. I think I only went like 3 or 4 generations deep. I got some PC games on here. I got some, a little bit of everything, arcade games, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of everything here. But like I said, there is a rule here. We are not including generational jump sequels, no PS1 to PS2 sequels. For example, Metal Gear Solid 1 to Metal Gear Solid 2 will not be on this list. It may be on another list when we do this again, but it is not on this list because I am not doing generational jumps. So we're just sticking to console or PC or what. I mean, PC's kind of cheating because there is no new PC. Anyway, we're just let's just do this. Let's just get in there. All right, we're starting off with arguably the best early time sequel, one of the earliest best sequels of all time, and that's Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man was legitimate. Now, I may be breaking my rule here because I do believe, if I am not mistaken, the original Pac-Man was actually on Atari 2600, and it was awful. It was fucking terrible. Now, I played quite a bit of Atari 2600 back in the day, and I appreciate it. I love Pong, and I don't know what else is on there, but there's some good shit still on Atari 2600, but their version of Pac-Man was just diabolical. It was not good. It was just a mess. Didn't look. It was ugly. It was bad. It was a bad time. Now, I'm not 100%. Probably should have done some research here, a little more research than I have, but I don't know if there was a Pac-Man on Nintendo Entertainment System back in the day, but I know I played Miss Pac-Man. I was a Miss Pac-Man kid. That is literally one of my earliest gaming memories, is playing Pac-Man, playing Tetris, playing Mario Bros. 3, and playing Chrono Trigger. Like, those are some of my earliest memories playing video games, and Pac-Man was one of the few that I could actually play as a 4-year-old child, and, you know, not do good, but I wasn't definitely getting higher scores than my parents or my grandparents. They were still slaughtering me, but I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed Miss Pac-Man a lot more than I enjoyed Pac-Man. I enjoy the little bow tie on Miss Pac-Man. Very charming, very cute, very very good. And Miss Pac-Man is that's the version of Pac-Man that I think of when I think about Pac-Man. It's just the classic. I had to include Miss Pac-Man as, even though it might be breaking a rule, it might be one that I should have included on the other list, but I don't even care. I put it on here, Miss frickin' Pac-Man. All right, this one for sure. We just heard the music, Mega Man 2. So I don't have an extended history with Mega Man. I've tried them out numerous times. Not really a Mega Man fan. Now, they're not bad games. They're definitely not bad games. Got great music. I think the idea of the game is really cool. I like the idea that it just starts you out. You can pick whatever path you want. You can choose whatever boss you want to fight first, but there is a clear pattern to the game. You just kind of figure it out. You got to figure out the weaknesses for the bosses, and once you do, you replay the game, you make that game your bitch. Oh, it must be delightful. But they're hard. They're really, really hard. I tried Pac-Man. I have the PS2 Legacy collection of Mega Man, which is 1 through 7, I think. I don't think 8 was out at the time. I think that's a way newer game. But yeah, I think it had the first 7. And I tried Mega Man 1 and was just getting slaughtered. Didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know which way to go, and so I skipped ahead, which most people tell you to do when it comes to Mega Man, is just go ahead and skip to Mega Man 2, because it's the superior game. It just is. It's not as difficult. It's still tricky. It's still a hard game. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy by any means. It's still hard. I couldn't beat it. Haven't gone back to it in a long time. I haven't played Mega Man since I lived back at home, so that's when I was 17, something like that. I'm like fucking 30-something now, so do the math. It's been a minute. Since I played Mega Man. I need to get back to it. I have the X collection. I tried X. There's something that's not connecting with me in Mega Man, which really sucks because 9 out of the 10 gaming podcasts that are out there, they're always huge Mega Man people. Like, they got fucking sleeves of Mega Man. They got tattoos on their face of Mega Man. They do everything for Mega Man. They're huge Mega Man fans. And I want to like Mega Man. So I'm putting him on this list so I can talk about it and hopefully pique my interest in the series a little bit and hopefully get me back into it. But if I was to get to Mega Man, I think I would start with the X series. I don't even know if I would play the NES Mega Mans because I don't know. It might just be old game is old for me. Those ones just might be a little bit too old. And they're still really good, though. Like, I played them. The platforming is solid. The music is fantastic. Graphically, quite fucking impressive for the time. Like, that big dragon that's chasing after you, that has got to be one of the most graphically inclined things that the Nintendo Entertainment System ever did during its time back in the 80s. 80s, man. It was before I was born. The Nintendo Entertainment System was 85, I do believe it came out. 84, 85, something. Maybe even earlier than that. Not 100. 83? Is that crazy? I don't know. But it's definitely before my time. I'm a 93 baby. So I was technically born into the Super Nintendo, but my parents were smart, and they made sure that I was playing the older consoles first, so I didn't get a hankering and a taste for new consoles and always wanting the newest console. I didn't even know about the newest consoles until I was like 9 or like 7 or 8 years old. I didn't even figure out about new consoles. It was like 2001, and I was still playing my PS1 happily, and I finally I went to my cousin's place and they had a PS2. I'm like, what's this thing? And they're like, it's a PS2. Like, were you new here? I'm like, yeah, I am actually. In fact, I am new here. So anyway, Mega Man 2, a superior game to its originator, Mega Man 1, and that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for games that are just superior in essentially every category. Graphically better, music better, bosses better. I think it's safe to say that pretty much everything in Mega Man 2, they did better than Mega Man 1. And that's essentially what we're looking for here for the criteria of what makes a sequel a great sequel. You don't want a game that's just copy and paste. Like Forza Horizon, for example. Is that a great sequel? No, but it's a great follow-up. It's a phenomenal follow-up to an already amazing video game. A game series that has got consistently like high 90s on Metacritic. What is there to change? Like, you might fuck up. You might ruin the game if you change something. And like, look at Mario Kart. They tried to do the open world thing and people don't fucking like it. So you got to make the right choices. And maybe the right choice with Forza Horizon is just stay in your lane. You already kind of perfected everything. Just keep making the cars look better, add in more cars, so on and so forth. But would I put Forza Horizon 6 on this list? No, not necessarily. I am a little early into the game. There may be some new shit that they haven't shown to me yet, but so far, yeah. Anyway, we're not talking about that. Let's move on to the next game now. Mega Man 2 is awesome. Let's talk about Mario Bros. 3. So, not Mario Bros. 2. So, there's some history here. There was 3 Mario Bros. Games released on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So, you had the original Mario Bros. And then you had the weird Mario Bros. 2, which is not actually Mario Bros. 2. It's actually a different game. I think it's called like Doki Doki Panic, something like that. But it was a different game. It was being made by someone. They're like, this game is really good, but it's missing something. They're like, fuck, slap the Mario skin on there, and you should be good to go. And there it was. Was it a good sequel? They did a lot of different shit, but was it a Mario game? I don't think so. I think they went way too off the path, and that is something, I'll mention some of these games. Actually, no, I'll keep that for another day. I also have a list with one game on it, and that's the worst sequels. I'm having a hard time finding bad sequels, but I just thought of a couple. So I'll keep that. I'll put a mental note in, and we'll save that for later. But Nintendo did that like more than often, where they would have a game that was really good and everyone liked it, and then the sequel comes out and it's completely different. They went a completely different path. A lot of people don't like it, but over the years, decades, they've come to enjoy it and like it for its flaws and so on and so forth. Games I'm talking about is like Mario Bros. 2, Castlevania 2. I had another one. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, well. But those are some major ones right there where things went a little off the rails. And yeah, it's not a bad game, Mario Bros. 2. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad game. It's a good game. It just wasn't what people were expecting. We're like, what the hell is this? Like, what is this Birdo thing? What are these enemies? They're all new. And what is with this jumping? It's weird. And graphically, it's completely different from Mario. And like, you're not just going from left to right. You're going backwards. You're backtracking. You're doing weird puzzles. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It's a weird game. So I'm not including Super Mario Bros. 2. I just don't think it's the superior sequel is obviously Mario Bros. 3. But they did release The Lost Levels, which was the true sequel to Mario Bros. 1, but it was too hard. They released it in Japan, and it was a very difficult video game, too hard for us Americans and Canadians and whatever Europeans. We didn't get that version. Instead, we got Mario Bros. 2 featuring some really weird, trippy shit. It's like someone took mushrooms and developed Mario Bros. 2 and was just on a crazy mushroom trip. That's what the game feels like. Feels like a dream. I think it is a dream. I don't know. I've never beaten it. Never gotten through it. I played it a lot as a kid, but just like the first few levels. It was very confusing for me as a child, but let's talk about Mario Bros. 3, the game that we're here to talk about. It's definitely one of the greatest sequels of all time. Does it not improve on every single concept that is introduced in Mario Bros. 1? The jumping is more crisp. It looks substantially better. The music is even better. The gameplay is phenomenal. I love the level design. It's still playable today. I played it a year or two ago, and it's still a great game. It's still great. Like, if that game never existed and some indie company dropped this game, it would explode. It would be massive. It would be huge because it's so fucking good. It's still so good. So if you haven't played Mario Bros. 3, go back, play it. It's still playable today, absolutely. I imagine the other two are still playable. I haven't played them, but I imagine you can play these also in the Super Nintendo version. I'm talking about the Nintendo version here, but you can get the Mario All-Stars collection on Super Nintendo. You can play them all on there as well, upgraded with Super Nintendo graphics. So it's much better. Much better. All right, Mario Bros. 3, that's kind of a gimme. That's the free space on the bingo card. So let's move on to Donkey Kong Country 2, which it isn't, I don't know if it's substantially better than Donkey Kong Country, the original. Now, this is coming from a person that is a huge Donkey Kong Country fan. I grew up on these games. I like them more than the Mario games. So I hold them at very high standards. I think Donkey Kong Country is a phenomenal video game. I love it. Absolutely love it. But is Donkey Kong Country 2 the better game? Yeah. The levels are more interesting. It's a harder game, which makes the level design better because they just do harder shit, which just makes it more fun, more creative. The music is fucking legendary. It is the thing of legend. People still talk about the Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtrack to this date. People still use the soundtrack for stuff all the time. I hear it on YouTube all the time on shorts. I hear the Donkey Kong Country music all the time. It just, especially for the nostalgic videos, whenever there's remember the 90s? It's always the Donkey Kong Country music. I'm like, oh, you're just right up my alley. Oh, baby. But again, graphically, it's better. Like, there's definitely more going on in the backgrounds. It's still the same art style, because why change it? It was so groundbreaking for that time, and still, in my opinion, looks good today. And of course, these games are very playable today. You can still play Donkey Kong Country today. They're excellent platformers. They're still phenomenal. They may not be as long as you want, but they're still phenomenal. And Donkey Kong Country 2 just, I think, is the better game. You ditch Donkey Kong, you bring in Trixie. She's just dope, dude. She's just awesome. Like, yeah, it sucks to lose Donkey Kong. He's the name on the game, but it made the game better, bro. Now it's just Diddy and Dixie and the control and the athleticism, you just move so much better in that game. It's just the better game. Now, there is also Donkey Kong Country 3, which by every account that I can hear is a great video game. It's just a step backwards. It is the Back to the Future 3 of the beautiful Back to the Future trilogy. It's not, I don't think Back to the Future 3 is bad. It's not. It's It's definitely not on the level of Back to the Future 1 and 2, but I don't think it's that drastic with Donkey Kong Country 3. I still think I haven't personally finished it. I played it as a kid. I remember it. I just remember I think it is definitely a step back. Adding in Kiddy Kong or whatever, no one seems to like him, so, that's definitely a huge step back for the game, but I think a lot of things, they changed the graphics a little bit. I don't like it as much as the other two games, so yeah, that's why I didn't put it on Donkey Kong Country 3, but I'll give it a little mention right here. It's still a really good video game. All right, up next we have Pokemon Gold and Silver. Oh, fuck yeah. Definitely an improvement on pretty much everything that Red and Blue did. Design was so much better. It's also they also absorbed Red and Blue and just brought it into Gold and Silver, because it's basically two games in one. Once you finish the one region, the other region opens up to you. It's basically Red and Blue. There you go. You can battle the gym leaders. You can catch the Pokemon. It is amazing. It is, in my eyes, as close to the perfect sequel as you can get is probably Pokemon Gold and Silver over Blue and Red, man. Blue and Red didn't even have colors. The sprites were ugly. I know people love that game, but go back and look, man. It's not as good as you thought it was. It didn't age very well. Red and Blue, or Yellow for that matter. I think I can throw that one in there as well. But Red and Silver still hold up. I still think they're excellent games. I would play them. I think the sprite work is still good. I think the music is phenomenal. It's the gameplay. It's just the level design. It's so much better. You don't have these fucking shitty dark caves all over the place, and you're not getting lost as much. It just plays out a lot better. I just love Gold and Silver. Those are my favorite Pokemon games of all time, so I had to have them on this list. All right, what do we got next? So this one's kind of a cheat code. You can put down pretty much any number 2 fighting game. Street Fighter 2, Tekken 2, fucking anything number 2 in fighting games, because I found a lot of the first fighting games, aside from Soul Calibur, were pretty fucking rough. Now, particularly, I am cluing in on Virtua Fighter. The first Virtua Fighter game was fucking insane. You had moon gravity, people are jumping 15 feet in the air for no reason. You're just jumping all over the place. The controls were ass. It looked terrible. Now, that was one of the early 3D games, and it shows. It is very early 3D. Things are blocky as fuck. They barely look real. They barely look like anything, and the voice acting was atrocious, absolutely horrible. It's not much better in the second game, but they improved so much on the gameplay. No more moon gravity. You still jump pretty high, but no moon gravity. The graphics are impressively way better. So much better. I played the shit out of Virtua Fighter 2 back in the day on my Sega Saturn, and it was dope. Now, I might be breaking a rule here. I don't know if Virtua Fighter 1 was on Sega Saturn as well. I don't know. It might have been an arcade thing. I don't know. But regardless, Virtua Fighter 2 just improved on everything that Virtua Fighter 1 did. Looks better. Plays so much better. The characters are better. They look better. It is an actual playable video game. It's not great. I've actually recently played it because it's in most of the Yakuza games. You can actually play Virtua Fighter 2, and it's still playable. It's not. Fighting video games have come a very long way since then. So I don't ever feel the need to play that game, other than I just needed to see if it was still as hard as it was as when I was a kid, and the answer to that is yes. Pi can go fuck herself. She is a piece of shit, and she cheats. And that's the long and short of it. She cheats. That's all there is. All right, let's go to the next generation. We're looking at PS2, Xbox, PC, GameCube. We're in that area now. We're starting with Halo 2. Oh, buddy, you gots to get the Halo on there. So I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with Halo 1. It's just not aged very well. I've replayed it a couple of times now since in recent memory. We're talking within the last 5 years I played Halo again, and it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. The level design was tedious and boring and long. I have never played first-person shooter levels that were as long as some of the levels in Halo 1. I'm looking at you, flood levels. They're horrible. It's just endless corridor after endless corridor of the same enemy over and over again. I thought I was dead. I thought I died. and I was stuck in a time loop of playing this fucking level over and over again. But I can't take away how groundbreaking Halo 1 was graphically, was insane. Not that much of a looker nowadays. It's pretty basic bitch. It's pretty plain, but with the recent, they're going to be doing a Halo remake campaign thing here soon, so that's going to make it look really good. Hopefully they make it play better. Hopefully they actually redesign the game a little bit and make it more playable, because damn, dude, go back and play it, man. I'm not kidding. And I'm a huge Halo guy. I love Halo. But playing Halo 1 today, from like how far FPS campaigns have come from, like I played Titanfall 2, I played Wolfenstein 2, like come on now. No. Halo 1 just doesn't stand the test of time, in my opinion. I think Halo 2 does a much better job. It is so much bigger in scale. Like, the Scarab fight alone just makes that game so much better than Halo 1. Like, the online multiplayer, obviously, that was a huge upgrade over the original. The original, you can only play LAN party, which is amazing in its own right, but going online on Halo 2, I did it back in the day. That was my first online experience. Whether I knew it was or not, that was it. And it blew my mind. I was like, what is this? Like, is that a real person? Like, that's not a computer. That's not, like, that's an actual person that I just shot and killed right there. That was fucking amazing. So they got that going for it. The campaign is so much better. The weapons are better. The story gets better. Yeah. Halo 2 has to be on this list. Absolutely has to be on this list. What about Halo 3, though? I mean, that's the next generation, but that's for another list. That's a different list. So Halo 1 and Halo 2, they were both on the original Xbox, not including Halo 3 because that was Xbox 360. There you go. All right, so I did good there. All right, next up is a game I actually have not played, but I know people love it and they love it so much more, and that is Diablo 2. Diablo 2 over Diablo 1. Like I said, I never played them. I played Diablo 3. Love that game. Played a little Diablo 4. Liked that game. Didn't love it, but I love Diablo 3. Played the shit out of that game. But yeah, I missed out on the... And there is, like, I know they've re-released Diablo 2, and you can play it on a more modern setting now, and it looks better and all that shit, but... Even the homie Billy, who is not a PC gamer whatsoever, even he told me stories about Diablo 2 and him playing it back in the day. I'm like, damn, dude, even you played Diablo? Like, damn, like he is like me. I'm not anti-PC. It's just PC was so expensive, and that was just a no-fly zone for my family. Like, there's no fucking way we could afford a PC back in the day. Like, it just didn't happen for a long time until it became a little more affordable. I didn't get a PC until like 2006, 2007, something like that. So it took me a long time to get into PC, and that's not gaming PC. I didn't get into gaming into the PC till like 2015, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'm very late to the party. I'm still a noob in terms of PC gaming. So yeah, it is what it is, and I maybe I'll play Diablo 2. See what the hype is all about. People still seem to like that game a lot. I hear a lot about the cow level, that being legendary, and I don't know, dude. I don't know. I had to throw it in there because I know it's a really popular one. So I did. I threw it in there. Up next, oh no, I put a game on here that's breaking my rule, so I'm going to have to skip it because that's, I can't do that one. God of War 2 I can do, though. God of War 2. All right, PS2, late into the PS2's life cycle. We're talking 2007. We already got the PS3 was out at that time, and they're still releasing bangers like God of War 2 on PS2 and not PS3. Think about that. That is wild. Wild to think that they were developing that game, knowing that the PS3 was there, and they could have released it on PS3, but they decided to stick with the PS2. And I think I know why, because they had such a great base in the original God of War, which is a great game. I love it. I think it's still pretty good. I think it still holds the test of time. It's not that old. It's only 2005. That's only over 20 fucking years. Oh my god. Anyway, I still think the original God of War was good, but God of War 2, come on now. The bosses alone Like, they're so much bigger and badder and better. Like, oh, baby, the combos are better. The fighting is better graphically. Probably one of the best PS2 games out there. Look graphically and just in general as a video game on PS2. Probably one of the best ones on there. Music was insane. Music was unbelievable. Story, Kratos, everything got bigger and badder in God of War 2. The hype around that game was nutty. Absolutely nutty. I remember the marketing campaign for the original God of War, and I was like, yeah, but it was rated M, and I definitely wasn't going to get that game at that time. But, man, God of War 2, fucking rights. Absolutely phenomenal video game. You can't go wrong with God of War 2. Let us move on. We got GTA Vice City / San Andreas. So these are sequels to GTA 3, which I actually played for the first time last year, and it sucked. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it definitely shows its age nowadays. Like, come on now. Open world video gaming has come so far. I've played Red Dead 2, Baldur's Gate, you name it. There's so many open world games. I played them all. They're friggin' it is nothing compared to what it was like back then. What game are we talking about? Oh, of course, Grand Theft Auto 3. Forgot what game I was talking about. But Grand Theft Auto 3, it's obviously groundbreaking for the time. 2001, Grand Theft Auto 3 came out and blew the world away. It was huge. It was... Now, this will be included on another list, GTA 2 to GTA 3. Insane. Absolutely fucking insane. But I think GTA 3... to Vice City to San Andreas, I think both of those are also phenomenal sequels. Now, is San Andreas a sequel to Vice City? I think it's more that Vice City and San Andreas are both spin-offs of Grand Theft Auto 3, so I think they're both sequels to Grand Theft Auto 3, hence why I put them both on the list. Now, I haven't played Vice City before. I haven't played it yet. I played it a little bit back in the day at a friend's house. I played, how we do. And I played a little bit at a friend's house. I loved it. Like, I wanted it, but I believe instead of getting that game, I got the newer Grand Theft Auto that was coming out at the time. I got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Grew up on San Andreas. Love San Andreas. It's still my favorite GTA game is San Andreas. It still is. I love that game. The mission structure, phenomenal. Like, the character work, so much better in San Andreas. And I can't really say for Vice City, but I could definitely say for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I could definitely say the character development, phenomenally better than Grand Theft Auto 3. The story, way better in San Andreas. Graphically, come on now. Like, that's a gimme. That's obvious. The soundtracks, yeah, they're all good. That's one thing that's aged like a fine wine is the soundtracks of the Grand Theft Auto games. They're all great. I love the 80s theme of Vice City. I love the music in Grand Theft Auto 3. That was probably my favorite part of the game, was the music, the soundtrack, the radio was awesome. But everything is bigger, badder, and better in San Andreas and Vice City. More cars, more people, better graphics, more music, more missions, more to do, more to kill, and it's just more weaponry. Like, come on, the cheat codes, ridiculous. So I had to put Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas on the list because, of course, I did. Absolutely had to. All right. Up next, we got a game that I haven't really played, but I had to put Half-Life 2 on this list. Now, I believe they were on the same console. I don't know. I got Half-Life 2 on both lists here. So we'll just keep it on this list. We'll get rid of it here. Because I think it's technically a PC. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe they came out on Xbox as well. So I think I'm in the right here. I'm not 100% sure. But I've only played a little bit of Half-Life. Never finished a Half-Life game. I played Half-Life, whichever one has the gravity gun in it. I played quite a bit of that one and really enjoyed it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't finish it. Back in 2007, 2008, when the Orange Box came out, that's where I played them. And they're good. Like, they definitely were, to me, showing their age, because I played so many newer FPS games. But knowing what I know now and how much inspiration modern FPS games take from Half-Life 2 is ridiculous. Like, we probably don't have Halo. We probably don't have... Well, Halo's probably already out when Half-Life came out. But we don't get BioShock. We don't get a lot of the modern FPS games that we have today without Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2, I don't think it was walking. I think it was still kind of booting, doing its own thing, but it definitely was a slower pace than what we're doing now so that the games can do what they're doing today. Because I swear, if you didn't have Half-Life 2, I mean, I just don't know what the FPS genre would look like in terms of how they were telling stories through FPS and just amazing things. I really need to get back and try and play these games. Admittedly, the first Half-Life is kind of old game old. I think that came out in 1998 or something, 99 maybe. I don't know. I'm not 100% on Half-Life. I'm a little bit hazy. Don't have a long-standing history, but I have played them. I enjoyed them. I think they're really good. I just never finished them. So I'm going to have to do that one day. Up next, we have a personal pick. That is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. 2006, I think you could argue 2007, but I think the jump from the OG SmackDown vs. Raw to 2006 was greater than 06 to 07. Because 06 is incredible. The extra legends, the career mode's so much better. They added in GM mode. I think I already said the roster was so much bigger. Graphically looked way better. I think this is the first one that went HD. I think SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 was on Xbox 360. It might have been 2007 was the first one. But regardless, you got a whole new fighting system that is way better than the original game. You get new match types. You get all these new modes. I played so much SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 back in the day. It's 06 and 07 were my babies. Those were literally the only games I bought those years, and that's all I played. For 3 years, I played SmackDown vs. Raw pretty much exclusively. Maybe a little Jak and Daxter, maybe a little Jak 2, maybe a little San Andreas, but majority of those years was SmackDown vs. Raw. So I still hold that as one of the greatest sequels of all time. Probably 1A, 1B greatest wrestling game of all time in my book is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 or 2007. All right, up next, we have a game I haven't technically played, but I have played a Burnout game before, but I had to put Burnout 3 Takedown on here. Come on now. I didn't hear much about Burnout until Burnout 3 came out. That's where they really found their groove, I imagine. Haven't played a Burnout. I only played Burnout Paradise, and I love Burnout Paradise. Love that game. I love that. I don't know why I love that game so much. Is it because they have Paradise City in there? My favorite Guns N' Roses song? I don't know, but that game fucking banged. And the improvements that they did on 3, I'm imagining better graphics. You get the takedown system now, which is a staple of Burnout. You got to be smashing up cars like crazy in Burnout. It's not a Burnout game unless you're doing that. And that's where the whole concept came in, I'm pretty sure. I imagine everything was just, I don't know. I just put down Burnout 3 because I saw it on the list and I was like, damn, I got to include Burnout 3 because that game is amazing. All right, up next we got some games. So these ones are questionable for sure. So I have Jak 2 here. Jak 2 I don't think is better than Jak 1. I think Jak 1 is the best game of the trilogy. I think it just kind of goes downhill after Jak and Daxter. But Jak 2 is kind of like an old school Nintendo Swing, where they took the sequel and did a completely different thing with it. So from Jak and Daxter, the original was like an open world platformer, and then Jak 2, they went to a more Grand Theft Auto-y open world style where there's cars you can steal and fly around. You have guns now, instead of punching and kicking, you're shooting everything now. So they went really to a different, they went a completely different rod. Complete in a different city, different state, maybe even a different country. It was so different. But I started on Jak 2, and I'll also confirm that Jak 3 wasn't much better than Jak 2. I didn't get very far into Jak 3. Didn't like it. Didn't like how much racing there was in that game. I was like, if you want to be a racing game, be a fucking racing game. I didn't buy a racing game. I bought a fucking Jak and Daxter game, and that pissed me off. Still pisses me off today. But anyway, Jak 2... No, I'm not gonna include that one. I don't think. I just wanted to talk about it quickly here, and I also want to talk about Ratchet and Clank. This one I am including. So OG Ratchet and Clank, then you have Ratchet and Clank going Commando, and then there's Up Your Arsenal. You could argue, I think the bigger jump would be from Ratchet and Clank OG to going Commando. I just think the controls were so much better. The gameplay was so much better in the sequel. OG Ratchet and Clank low-key ain't that good. I played it recently and over within the last 5 years, I played Ratchet and Clank 1, and I was like, yo, this kind of, like I said, kind of low-key kind of sucks. The graphics are a little hard to look at. It's the characters haven't really developed yet. You got this new Ratchet guy and the Clank, and they're kind of figuring each other out. They don't really have that chemistry yet figured out. The guns really aren't all that special in the first Ratchet and Clank. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not really a big fan of the first Ratchet and Clank game, but they get so much better as they go on. They just keep getting better and better, arguably. I think they might have peaked at PS3. Honestly, I think that's where it peaked. But the PS4 games are great. PS5 game is great. They're all great. They're fucking great. Consistently great games. But I think there was a pretty good jump from going commando from the original game. I think they did a lot more with it. Better graphics, better story, better characters, funnier. Just better. Just a better game all around, in my opinion. And I also put down here Sly 2 over Sly 1. That's up for debate. Some people really enjoy the first game over the other games because they kind of change it. The first game's a little bit more basic, a little more stealth. And the other two games, they get a little more open worldy and a little off the path. But I really I like Sly Cooper quite a lot. I don't think I've gotten to the third game. I played the first two, and they're both great. I think I really enjoyed the first game, though. It had a lot of pièges. I love the music. I just love the cel-shaded graphics were amazing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sly Cooper. All right, let's go to the next generation. Next generation, we got Xbox 360. We got PS3. We got Wii. So let's start with Portal 2. Portal 2, holy shit, might be the greatest sequel of all time, in my opinion. Portal 1, all said and done, basically a tech demo. It's like an hour long. There's a handful of puzzles. There's a lot of meat left on the table for that game. There's like so much more they could have done with that game, but the concept is what sold everybody. Like, you put this little Portal game in this orange box collection, and it ended up being the game that everybody talked about. Over Team Fortress, over Half-Life, everyone was talking about Portal. And then Portal 2 happened, and holy fuck. They took that 1 hour game, elongated it to like a 15-hour experience with an unbelievable story, unbelievable characters. Arguably the best puzzles I have ever played in a video game are in Portal 2. Like, the most creative, the most satisfying to solve, just amazing all the way through. Like, unbelievable. Music, graphically, I don't know what engine they're using, but it's that Half-Life engine. It looks good. Like, it's a good looking game. Looks like a lot of games, but Gary's Mod, is that what it's called? The Gary's engine? I don't know. Anyway, Portal 2, holy fuck. That is still one of the most essential video games out there. I played it like a year or two ago. One of my favorite games still of all time. Love Portal 2. Probably easily my favorite puzzle game of all time. Even over games like Tetris, fucking Pac-Man, I'm taking Portal 2, dog. Taking Portal 2 as the best. If you haven't played Portal 2, you must. You absolutely must. If you have a Switch, they have the companion collection, which has them both. I think it's available on other consoles, but play it on Switch. I played it on Switch and absolutely had a blast with it. It was so much fun. Portal 2. Goddamn. We got Mario Galaxy 2. Which, Galaxy is an amazing video game. Just played it this year. Yeah, I played it again this year, and it was awesome. Fucking love that game. So good. But for me personally, Mario Galaxy 2 is just so much better. So much better. The level design is way more fun, way more creative. Just... It took all the really good fun levels from Mario Galaxy and like tripled down on it in Mario Galaxy 2. There's so much more of those fun levels, and they're excellent. The boss fights are way better. The music's amazing. Graphically, it doesn't really change. Like, it's still pretty much the exact same, but everything's cleaner. You get Yoshi now, which adds in a huge element to the game. It's just so much, in my opinion, it's just so much better. Like, Mario Galaxy is like a 9, and Galaxy 2 is the 10. Like, that's the 10. It's gotta be. So I had to put Galaxy 2 on there because it's one of my most cherished games of all time. We have Uncharted 2. Oh, buddy, this is like the game that inspired the whole list, because Uncharted 2, for me, is like 1A, 1B with Portal 2. Uncharted, the first one, good game. Good game. Graphically, excellent. Gameplay, pretty good. Still a little clunky at times. Got a little work to do. Shooting and so on. Got a little clunky. Still a little work to do. Character development, a little bit of work to do there. But once they get to Uncharted 2, from the fucking second you start that game, you are to a 10. You are at a 10, and I don't know if that game ever lets off the gas. That game is phenomenal. It is still to this date one of the very rare games that I beat and then started it up right again. I had to play through this again. I was like, was that real? Like, did I just experience that? I have to experience that again. So that is a rare thing for me. I never do that with games. And I still think Uncharted 2 is like the pinnacle. I think it peaked right there. Uncharted 3, amazing. Uncharted 4, incredible. But I still think Uncharted 2 is the best one of the bunch. That's me. They don't go down by much. Like, Uncharted 3 is like right there. Fucking amazing combat. Graphically amazing. It's just the pacing of that game wasn't awesome. There was like too much fighting and then too much platforming. That was like the big draw for me in Uncharted 3. And Uncharted 4 is just a straight up fucking come on now. Amazing. But I didn't love the open world aspects. Wasn't in love with them. So I didn't think it was something that needed to be added in Uncharted. I think they could do that for the reboot. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with my Uncharted. So anyway, we got Uncharted 2. Had to put that game on the list because that game just absolutely melted my brain when it came out, and I played it for the first time. All right, where are we here? We got Mass Effect 2. That's another big one. Another huge upgrade over the original. The original, good, but had a lot of issues. I mean, graphically, it was inconsistent. I would call it inconsistent. There was definitely a lot of load times that were a problem that they masked much better in the second game. Characters, way better in the second game. The story gets so much better in the second game. Character development, like, I fucking cared for these people. I cared about every life on that ship, and they did an amazing job at developing those characters. Graphically was better in the second game. The suicide mission, you know, that whole concept of the game was just so badass. Like, fuck, bro, we gotta build this suicide team group, and like, fucking, we may not come out of this, and turns out all of us come back alive because I'm so awesome. But anyway, Mass Effect 2, I just think did everything better. Gameplay got so much better. It was a little clunky in the first game, but then they added in better classes, like what's my favorite class? What's my go-to class? The Sentinel, I think it's called. The one that like curls up into a ball and just slams into people. All-time favorite. Fucking love that class. So much fun. I can barely pry myself away from using that class because it's just so me. You just slam into someone, boom, boom, shotgun, done. Forget about it. Amazing. Now, in my opinion, the gameplay does get better in Mass Effect 3 and gets even better in Andromeda. But, the story, characters, not as good as Mass Effect 2. I think Mass Effect 2 is the pinnacle of the series, the franchise. That's the key. That's what you got to do for the next Mass Effect. Make it Mass Effect 2 again, but better. All right. Mass Effect 2, had to include that one on the list. That's a must. That's an absolute must. We have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Oh yeah, even though Call of Duty 4 is an all-time, groundbreaking video game, changed the whole landscape of FPSs for, it's still happening now. Call of Duty is still grounded in as one of the go-to video games for everybody every year, and it started with, I mean, you could argue Call of Duty 2, you could argue that one, but Call of Duty 4, come on now. But for me, Modern Warfare 2 was just so much bigger and badder than Call of Duty 4. Way more weapons. You get kill streaks now, nuke, AC-130, chopper gunner. Using those things for the first time blew my fucking mind. Like, getting into the AC-130 in a live online game is arguably one of the funnest fucking things in video game history. So cool. So freaking cool. I used to make paper airplanes in my class, and I'd be throwing them around like Harrier Strike, stealth bomber. And it's just stupid shit like that. But I know people fucking hate this game. It's broken. It's got terrible mechanics, broken perks. They never fixed the game. They could have fixed it, but they never did. It was fun. It was so much fun. I don't think I've ever had more fun with the Call of Duty than Modern Warfare 2. That's when I had all my friends were playing it. We're all playing it at the same time every single day. That there's a magic to Modern Warfare 2 in me. I know it's not everybody's favorite. Commando, noob tubes, one-man army. I know. But that shit was fun, dog. That shit was so much fun. Had to put Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on there because after that, it just kind of went downhill for me in Call of Duty. Black Ops was really good, but nothing topped Modern Warfare 2 in my book. Next, we have Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, buddy, this is another big one. Assassin's Creed, another game that was good, but had a lot more going for it. They just didn't realize that full potential in the first game, but they nailed it in the second game. Oh, so you get rid of the dull, boring Altair guy that you're playing in the first game. You replace him with this fucking pizzazz-filled fucking... Oh, what's his name? I don't even remember his name anymore. But you get this way better main character, better story, better... Graphically, it was better. It definitely was better. Like that what was it, Italy that they brought to life was fucking amazing. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo da Vinci, there you go. He was in the game. That was really cool. Just gameplay-wise was so much better. Like, the stealth kills were funner. Running around the map was more fun. It just felt cleaner. More things to do. They really solidified that tower fucking looking thing that every open-world game uses now. Oh, fuck yeah. So I tried to go back and play Assassin's Creed, the first one, couldn't do it. I played Assassin's Creed 2 probably like 2 or 3 times. Love it, still love it. Haven't played in a long time, admittedly, but I still love that game. You can is that the one you can build up your little town? There's just so many better features they added in Assassin's Creed 2. The platforming was so much better. Oh, everything was better in Assassin's Creed 2. I absolutely had to include that on my list. Up next, we got Borderlands 2. Okay, I could see that. That's a pretty good pick. Borderlands 1, another very good game. I call it a great game. I love Borderlands 1. It's my first platinum I ever got. Lots of great memories with Borderlands, but Borderlands 2, come on now. You got way more guns. You got the Handsome Jack character, which is still the most beloved in the franchise. Everyone loves Handsome Jack and wants someone to be the new Handsome Jack. They just haven't been able to capture that magic ever since Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is peak for me in the Borderlands franchise. That's still the peak. They've only gone downhill from there. Not a lot. I played Borderlands 4. Did I? No, I played Borderlands 3. That shit was pretty good. But it's not much different from Borderlands 2. Admittedly, there's not a whole lot different from Borderlands 1 to 2 other than the character development's way better, the story's way better, and it's just the funnest one to play in my opinion. So I put on Borderlands 2. Up next, we got Batman Arkham City. Oh fuck yeah. Again, Arkham is it Escape from Arkham? What's the first Arkham Prison of Arkham? I don't know. The first Arkham game, awesome game. Really, really, really good. Great game. An 8.5 out. And then you got fucking Arkham City, bro. Arkham City was so much bigger. You get the whole city of Gotham to explore. You don't have that shitty Batmobile thing to fly around. You're just flying around, gliding and shit. The puzzles, the gameplay, stealth was amazing. The combat was really fun. Story was fantastic. Oh, yeah. Had to put in Arkham City. That shit is dope. And to finish it off here, I had to put on Gears of War 2. Now, a lot of people argue that Gears of War 1 is the pinnacle. That's where they peaked. I will argue for Gears of War 2. That's where I think they peaked. Because you add in Horde mode, the multiplayer is better, more maps, bigger story. Now, it may not be the funnest campaign. I enjoyed the campaign. It's bigger, badder. But is it better? I don't know if it's better than the first campaign, but you get so much more in the Gears of War 2 package. There's so much more to that game. It just got so much bigger, and I had to put it on the list. I love Gears of War 2. I don't know if I would call it a better game than Gears of War 1, which would kind of hurt it for making this list, but I think it's really close, man. I think they're 1A, 1B. Like, I take either one of them. You throw Gears of War 1 or 2 in front of me, I'm down. I'm down to play, but you get Horde mode. Admittedly, it's not the greatest Horde mode. They hadn't, like, fully fleshed it out yet in Gears of War 2, but it's there, and the multiplayer just got better. Yeah, I had to put Gears of War 2. And that's the list. So there we go, everybody. Now, the next list, we're going to be including generational jumps. So there will be games from PS2 to PS3, PS1 to PS2, Xbox to Xbox 360. We're going to have all that shit in the next list. It could be even 2 lists worth of games I can talk about. I'll probably get 2 lists out of this because there's a lot of sequels, a lot of great sequels out there, and it gets even easier when you do generational gaps. So yeah, that's going to be another one we're going to do another day, probably sooner rather than later. Like, I don't know when I'm going to get Wind Waker done, don't know when I'm going to get Forza done. There's also Legend of the Dragoon. I should do an episode on that, but I don't really want to play that whole game again. It's really long, and but maybe I will. We'll see what happens. But at some point, we'll try and do that. I got this really interesting one. It's called The Unplayed, and I'm going to go through my entire gaming collection. I'm going to pick out all the games that I've never played. And we're going to talk about those games and why I didn't play them, why I even bought them in the first place. I was never going to play them. So that's a topic I want to talk about one day for sure. So there's still lots of episodes to be looking forward to. Episode 200 is right around the corner. So be on the lookout for that one. Should be fun. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. You the best. You want to be even more of the best, though. Make sure you're reviewing the podcast. Share it around with a few friends, maybe an enemy or two. Go check out my YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. The link will be in the description. I put up a little video of my cats every day, so you can go get yourself a little cat video every day if you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, bro. I'm right there. Last I checked, I was at 972, so we're right there, bro. We're about to break through that glass ceiling. Once I break 1,000, I'll have 1 million in no time. I'll be retired, and it'll be an amazing life. I'll love it. So there we go, everybody. Thank you again so much for listening. You the best. We'll be back again with some more GX Plus.